Well, greetings. It's the Teenage Cat Sticker, and I am here to talk to you today about the first week of our reset, the Minimize to Maximize 7-week reset. This is week one. Welcome to week one. Today's topic is food. And just as a recap, in case you missed the prequel to this, where I explain what this reset is all about, this is a series of challenges based on two books, mainly this book called Seven, An Experimental Mutiny Against Excess by Jen Hatmaker, and supplemented by Declutter Your Mind, How to Stop Worrying, Relieve Anxiety, and Eliminate Negative Thinking by S.J. Scott and Barry Davenport. So what we're going to do is take 7 weeks to simplify one area of our life at a time, just temporarily, for that week. And it's for people who want to make room in your life for like a de-stress zone. And we're going to cut back on bombardment by social media, save money, stop collecting meaningless things, stop wasting things, and simplify and appreciate what we have. And we'll also stop worrying as much, reduce our anxiety and negative thinking as part of this series of challenges in the reset. It's a great way to start off your new year with a little bit of a reset. So why would we want to do that, so temporarily? What could a brief change for 7 days, what kind of effect could that have? And really, we want to try to minimize these areas to maximize our effectiveness, because it brings our attention, our awareness to how we're living our life, what kind of lifestyle we have. And this way, we're going to be able to make more room for spirit, and we'll be able to note our resistances, raise awareness, examine our values, reprioritize, simplify, humble ourselves, and increase our level of gratitude. So the first thing we're going to work on is food, and we're going to choose 7 food items for 7 days. And so why is food one of the areas? Well, we all need to eat, right? But are we really conscious of what we're eating? Are we grateful for the food we have? Are we gluttonous? Are we expedient? Are we unhealthy? So in this way, we can bring mindfulness to what we're eating. We'll have a chance to express gratitude and maybe take this time to reset our food choices to align with our vibrational needs. Now, maybe these 7 items, I mean, you're not going to go forward just eating 7 items the rest of your life. So it's just a step back to take a pause for a minute with these 7 items. And you're going to carefully want to choose those items, right? I mean, it's only a week, but still, you want to carefully choose, because you might not eat every meal at home. What if you're having to go out to a restaurant or something? You want to be able to participate in that meal, but it's also going to be able to bring awareness to your lifestyle. So are you eating out all the time? Is it impossible to have control over your food in a way that you want to have it, to be able to make those vibrational food choices because of your lifestyle? And it's also being able to let go of a culture of convenience in that way. So if everything we're eating is out of convenience, maybe we need to take a pause in other areas. So it's kind of to raise awareness in other areas of your life that might affect your food choices that you make on a daily basis. And so I'm just going to, as we go, refer to a few excerpts from the book. So I have one. I have one here that Jen Hatmaker wrote in the book 7. Where she's talking about her children she's adopting from Africa. And she says, the chances my African children are going to bed hungry are so high, I almost don't need to waste a line space speculating. And tonight, my kids here with me in the land of plenty threw away a pound of food because they didn't have any ketchup. How can we extract our children from this filthy engine where indulgence and ignorance and ungratefulness and waste are standard protocol, where they know they can throw perfectly good food away because there's always more in the pantry? So this is, going to help you to be grateful for what you have, basically. So I want you to approach this, if you're going to participate, approach this with an attitude of gratitude every day when you eat your 7 food items, and maybe don't even eat all 7 of them every day of the challenge, but whatever you do eat, express gratitude for that instead of being in that space of, oh, this, in my case, this spinach is terrible. It doesn't have any, dressing on it if I eat it raw, or, oh, I need more seasonings or butter or something on this spinach. So let me just get to my selections. Let me just show you what I selected. So I've selected spinach, rice, sweet potato, and I brought a show and tell basket of my food items. All right, so I've got the spinach, I've got the peanut butter, I've got bananas, green, I might say. I've got some sweet potatoes, and I've got some jasmine rice. Ooh. So this is these are some of the items. Now, I forgot to buy the avocados and tomatoes that are on my list. So I'm probably going to go to the store today and get avocados and tomatoes. But even with just the 5 items I have in this basket, look how full my basket is. And I feel so happy to have these delicious items that are healthy. I try to choose some whole foods. I don't eat meat, so I didn't choose something like chicken or beef. But I have peanut butter for the protein, and rice and peanut butter makes a good whole protein. Now, the author of the book, let me give you an example of what she chose. And there are some overlap with mine, and I did not copy from her. These are the items that I chose: the spinach, sweet potatoes, and avocados. I eat those on a very often basis, frequent basis anyways. So I try to choose things that I eat normally, and that are, they could go in, you could combine them in a lot of different ways to make different things. Because I like a lot of variety of flavors in my diet. I don't just want to eat the same thing every meal. So, I can mix sweet potatoes with the rice, or I could mix peanut butter with the sweet potatoes, or I could put peanut butter with the rice, or banana and peanut butter, banana and sweet potato, avocado and tomato, avocado and spinach, that kind of thing. So kind of mix it up a little bit. Now, Jen, in this book, she chose chicken, eggs, whole wheat bread, sweet potatoes, spinach, avocados, and apples. And she was trying to choose, healthy food items that gave a variety of fruits and vegetables and proteins and that kind of thing. So I'm going to read another excerpt here about how she did with a council. Now, she had a council of 4 friends who helped her form this challenge, and Jen did it each area of reduction she did for a month instead of a week. So she's doing this for 30 days instead of 7 days. So those food items are more important in that case, right? And she had asked 4 of her friends to be her counsel to advise her on what's okay versus not okay. And the council also chose to do the challenge along with her. But she says the council are adopting a version of 7 foods. They chose 7 of the most impoverished countries, and for 3 days each, they are eating like that nation's poorest. During those 3 days, we will pray for that country and its people, learn about its struggles, and in some small way identify with those who suffer there. They will eat the humblest of foods from Haiti, Ethiopia, Uganda, Afghanistan, Bolivia, Cambodia, and Sudan. So a lot of research is going into that project to do that. And so, but that's like an idea. Now, remember, this is like a totally customizable reset. So you may choose to do 10 foods if you can't narrow it down to 7, or you may say 7 foods. I just eat these 2 items every day pretty much. So I'm okay with that. I'm going to reduce mine to 2 foods. It's not going to hurt your health for a week to go with the 2 food items. So this isn't like a fast or anything. You just customize it for what works for you. And maybe you ask someone to help hold you accountable, like she had her counsel. I feel like I can hold myself accountable and make executive decisions about my choices if something's okay or not. And you're welcome to ask me, but I think that you have the ability to decide what should be included or not. Now, in this book, the rules were, as far as like seasonings go, only salt and pepper and olive oil were allowed as seasonings or condiments that you could use. Otherwise, anything else would count as a food choice. So like if you wanted ketchup would be one of your 7. If you want salad dressing, that would be one of your 7, that kind of thing. So it's really up to you if you consider, a whole food like spinach, as opposed to a bag of mixed salad greens being one item. I say that sounds fine to me. If you want chocolate cake as one of your 7 items, that's up to you if you think that's where you want to go with it. Remember, the purpose of this, why are you doing the challenge, will help you to choose the items. If you're doing it for trying to reset your choices to match your vibration, maybe unhealthy food choices like junk food and stuff isn't going to be a match for you. But it's really up to you. And let's see. Oh, don't judge yourself. I don't want you to be hard on yourself if you lose willpower or you have to declare a moratorium for a day because you're going to some important business dinner and you can't possibly use those 7 food items at this dinner, and it's for business, whatever. That's your choice to put it on pause and then just pick back up after the day after. That's fine. Don't beat yourself up if you go off of it for whatever reason. That is not the purpose to be to just test your willpower here. Okay. And stay really positive for yourself. All right. I'm going to read another excerpt from the book. Let's see. On page 59. So between my pantry, refrigerator, and freezer, I have about 240 food items. This is the kitchen my kids hollering about having nothing to eat. Nearly everything in my pantry is processed. We may not eat enough raw broccoli, but we're getting plenty of soy lecithin and sodium acid pyrophosphate. Most have at least 14 ingredients, and there's an excellent chance our blood has turned to straight high fructose corn syrup. So that's the kind of style she's writing in, to just kind of make fun of herself and her own lifestyle choices thus far. But that doesn't mean that she was doing this as a guilt trip for herself or for anyone else. Sometimes that's just the way life goes, and we want flavor, we want convenience, we want something our kids will eat. And it's really up to you if your whole family wants to go on this or if it's just going to be you, because I'm definitely not making my children go on this. My husband is interested, but that's got to be his decision if he wants to do this, whether it's any food, clothes, or any of the other items that we're focusing on. I'm gonna do read another excerpt because this is about the benefits that she started really seeing on day 25 that she noted. So she writes this as a diary. So there's each day has a diary entry about how it's going. So like on day 16, she was like, I hate spinach with no dressing. But by day 25, she's talking about the benefits. She says what used to take 2 hours shopping now takes 30 minutes at a farmer's market. I've spent only half my grocery budget by not buying extra garbage. So she's saving money, saving time. Plus, you can't imagine how much we've saved by eating mostly at home. We're wasting less. You better believe leftovers get eaten. This was rare before 7 because we had so many other choices. Now, can too many choices be a bad thing? Our society is pretty choice driven nowadays, but that can lead to waste, is what she's trying to say. So why eat yesterday's food when you can have new food? More than ever, the family has gathered around the kitchen, chopping, stirring, and rehashing our day. So it actually led to more time spent together, less waste, and probably more appreciation of having the foods that they have. So what I would like for you to do if you feel your willpower waning is just think about those type of benefits that you're getting out of the reset and why you decided to do it in the first place. Also, please post about your experience this week. What kind of foods did you select? Was it easy or difficult to stay on the 7-item plan based on your lifestyle, or just, something that came up? Do you feel any resistance to doing the challenge? How is it helping you personally? And do you think that you would do this longer than 7 days, like Jen did, like maybe a 30-day on it? Or is this prompting you to spurring you to maybe go on some special diet? So the purpose of this really isn't to lose weight in 7 days or anything like that. It's a completely different purpose, but it may spur you to do something else with food going forward. So I look forward to hearing from you and finding out how your week goes. And I will check back in with you next Sunday when we start week 2, which will be on clothing. And I wish you love and happiness and good eating. Talk to you later. And you can ask me if there's any questions that you might have as you go along this week. All right. Bye.